Hey, you.
Hey, what's up? We'll wait for people to hop on here. We still have quite a few minutes, so you don't want to know the chaos that is happening like in front of me right now. We had our carpets cleaned, and you know how they come and they pick up all the furniture and make you like pick up everything. Um, so the boys had to clean out their closet and there is toys everywhere because I'm making them go through them in order to get prepared for Christmas. And so they have a donate pile, a throwaway pile, and a keep pile. And I'll just give you a little look over here. Yeah, that's going down. So it's a little bit of chaos over here, to say
Well,
the least.
I'm hoping you don't hear it over here. My brother and his wife, they're going to go up to North Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking a bunch of kids with them, and they say, "Hey, can you watch them? Can you watch them while we run to the store real quick?" I'm like, "Well, kind of got something going on." Like, "Oh, they'll be fine." So like I'm trying to get them organized, and I found the Halloween candy that was left over in a tub. So I put it all in the room, and I said, "Y'all can have the whole tub if you guys stay in here and be quiet." So
Sean.
they got a 6-hour ride tonight, and they think that by leaving late at night that they're gonna get some reprieve and quietness.
Nice, good sleep. Oh, no, 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 no.
That, like, when I say tub, I'm talking about one of those hospital pink urinal tubs full of like sugar daddies and candy and Milky Ways, all of it. I just threw the whole tub in there and said, "Just stay in here and be quiet."
Oh my gosh. I would kill you. You'd be dead. Dead.
So I'm sure around 11 o'clock tonight he'll call me and he'll be thanking me.
Like, Sean gave us all candy. We got to eat as much as we wanted.
I told him they could have it all.
Oh no.
That's what uncles are for, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes. Let everybody hop on in here. If everybody could go to your Facebook page and put hopping on Power Hour right now, you know the drill. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Hey, Jessica. Hello. Oh, hey, guys. It's like a Power Hour meeting. Awesome. All right. I think everybody but us is muted. Just make sure. Yep. All right, you guys, it's 8 o'clock, so we're just gonna go ahead and start. Others can hop on as they come through, but so hey everybody, it's been a while since I've been able to be on here. Life is just as crazy as always with three boys, but you know what? We make it happen. So tonight I wanted to have somebody on here that is not in my organization personally, but one of my very, very best friends. And somebody that that calls me. We talk a lot, we vent, we all that kind of fun stuff that we do when we own a business. And he's just been somebody that a lot of people can look up to, because he has inspiration behind him, and he's one of my very best friends. So I wanted you guys to meet Sean. Sean, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure will. Appreciate you having me on tonight, Brittany. So a lot of you guys may know me, some of you may not. My name is Sean Howell. I'm a two-star director. And one of the kind of unique things about me, and maybe this will correlate with some of you guys, when I started this industry, I had no prior sales experience whatsoever. Like when I say I was horrible, if you were stranded on a toilet, I promise you I couldn't even sell you a roll of toilet paper for 50 cents. It was bad for me, and I knew nothing. Like I grew up here in Florida, and I worked for the state of Florida for like 12 years. I was a sergeant, and my father owned a cattle ranch. That's what I knew my whole entire life. And I also knew that I got super fat. I was 320 pounds when I started this. Right now, I'm fluctuating at 220, 223, right around there. I got a few things going on, so I have put a couple pounds back on, but my total weight loss was 109 pounds. And one of the things that got me into this industry was, yeah, we have a great product. I mean, we all know that. That's why we're here. That's why we're selling it. I mean, we have a phenomenal product, not just a great product, but it really wasn't per se the product. Once I got introduced to this, I got to see the family atmosphere. And I struggled a little bit. Like I struggled a lot. I didn't really have, a spouse to kind of help me and guide me. Not saying all guys in this industry, have to have help, but a lot of males in this industry, their wife started it, then the husband jumped in, so they have guidance. When I jumped in, I had absolutely no idea what in the hell I was doing. And, for 3 months, I struggled. Like my philosophy back then was, how can I sell this to somebody? And I had 6 sales in 3 months. But the turning point in my career was when I went to Nashville. And when I got to Nashville, I met Brittany. I met Brittany and I met a lot of other people. There were sidelines. And the love, the camaraderie that we had, the people that would lock arms with you. And I saw what people were making. And I was like, you know what? We can do this. And I can do this. So like I walked up to Brittany and I was one of those little things like, hey, you don't know me, but you will. And it was, that big laugh and smile she normally does, and we just kind of hit it off. Now, I talked to a lot of different people in sidelines. I have a great upline. Don't get me wrong. I have a phenomenal downline. Of course, we're all going to brag and say our downline's the best there is, but I wouldn't sell mine for $1 million a piece. But when I got there, it was the sidelines that helped me. It was, yeah, my sponsor, she helped me tremendously, but the sidelines, they brought in other ideas. And there was no drama. There was no, he did this, she did this, and it helped me excel. And I built a business working full time. I am full time now with True Vision, but that didn't happen until 6 months ago. And it was one of those things where you have to learn to prioritize your time. And for me, I built a big organization with a small, powerful team. So you do not have to have this massive team to think you have to be successful. I'm pretty successful and I make a pretty good bit a month as a 2-star, and I do it with a jam-packed small team. It's all about love. But a little bit about me, my backstory, a lot of you guys may know. For me personally, yes, I worked at the prison. I worked with my father. I was 25 years old, had everything that you can possibly have in life, and I lost it all. Once my mother died of cancer, I had surgery. The doctors prescribed me prescription pills and got me addicted to them. And I lost every single thing in my life. And the turning point was a little bit prior to True Vision, I tried to kill myself a couple times. And for some reason, I couldn't get it done. And I didn't understand why. I mean, maybe. Hey, there we go. I think I got the Lord's attention just then. Sorry, one second. This big phone doesn't fit in this thing. Hopefully it stays.
The Lord was
Anyway,
smacking
so
you around a little bit.
can you hear me? Okay. So anyway, a few more minutes with this. So, like, I'm not embarrassed about it. I used to be super embarrassed, and no, I was an addict. I was addicted to pain medication and a lot of it, and it ruined my life. It took every single thing I had. I found myself 200 miles away from home in a house with strangers. I had no idea who they were, and I had on a pair of shorts, shoes, and a shirt. And that's all I had to my name. And I woke up one morning and I decided that was enough. I hadn't seen my little boy. I hadn't seen my family, and I took off walking. And I walked home and detoxed on the side of a road, for 7 days. I did steal from stores to eat, and I found myself sleeping in a ditch one night in a culvert while it was raining. It was about 30 degrees, and I tried to end it all. But there's a reason. There was a reason why that damn glass bottle would not cut my wrist. Like, I still have a scar where I jugged it, and then it just stopped raining for a second. The moon came out, and something, somewhere, maybe my dad, maybe my mom, maybe God, somebody said, you're not done yet. And it wasn't but a short time later that I found this. And I can tell you guys this: when you find your purpose, there's nothing that can stop you. There's absolutely nothing. And nobody, no person, and no friend, this is yours to have. This is yours to pursue. And I found this. And when I found the family, it was one of the things that bonded me to this. Like, I don't have favorites. I don't have, well, of course, Brittany, I mean, I will say she is one of my favorites, but I don't judge people based on what Brittany tells me this person is, or based on what you'll tell me this person is. I base my judgment on a person on how they judge me. I don't give two shits what they do to other people. It's how they treat me. And that's how I built a business. And like I told you in the beginning, for me, it was all about how can I sell to somebody. Well, what really got me successful was I changed that mindset. It's not how can I sell to somebody, it's how can I get somebody to buy from me? How can I get them to buy my product? I have the best product. I'm not going to sell to them. I'm going to solve their needs. I'm going to find out about them. I'm going to build a relationship. And you know what? It stretches so much further than just weight loss. I got customers that have been with me for 2 years. Like, they weigh 100 and nothing pounds now. They've lost all the weight, but they continue to order the product. They continue to order it. They talk with me. They call me. We have, like, I know all about their lives now. And you've built that relationship. One girl, she's 33 years old. She was 440 pounds. She was a virgin, never had a boyfriend. And she tried to kill herself probably 20 times, she said. Got on the product. We talked on the phone probably once a week. She lost about 90 pounds. She's now married. And I think she said she was trying to conceive, but I don't know if she did. And she hasn't attempted suicide in 8 months. So, that's why we do what we do. But anyway, a little bit about me, a little bit of my background. But I'm just a normal person like you guys, just with a drive that you have to have.
Yeah, awesome. So I wanted Sean to give you guys a little bit of an intro of who he was and or who he is, not who was, but maybe a little bit of both. Um, but I wanted to make sure really fast that you guys can hear everything that I'm saying really good. There's no cutting in and out because I was having horrible Wi-Fi service earlier. So just like, okay, perfect. I got a few thumbs up, so we're good. And okay, so we want to talk a little bit about something that we end up telling ourselves over and over and over again in this business, and that is, and we hear it so much, not just from ourselves or our downline, but we always hear like, different struggles that they're going through when it comes to the business. And a lot of it has to do with they don't feel like they're enough. They don't feel like they're good enough. They're focusing on drama. This customer said something bad to me, so now I just should probably give up on the industry altogether. Or I don't like the way that 7-star, 6-star, 5-star, whatever spoke to me. So now I think I should quit the business. I don't like the way that somebody at corporate says something about this. I don't like that. So I don't know if this industry is for me. And Sean and I were talking the other day, and we're like, if we dwelled on everything that happens and we continue to dwell on it, we wouldn't be where we are. And I think that a lot of us just need to vent, get it out the door, and go, you know what? This is my business, and I'm the one fully responsible for it. I'm the one fully responsible. So whether it's a downline, an upline, a sideline, a way upline telling you something that you don't agree with, the thing that we want to talk about is taking away that drama and focusing on you, because this is your business, and just cut out what everybody says and just move forward. Because no matter who it is, they don't affect you and your business and just getting to work. We say it so much. I mean, at least I know I do. I just say, just get to work, because that's something that I keep telling myself all the time. Something bothers me, I get to work and just forget about it. There's something Anna and I talked about, probably like a year or two ago, where he said that he heard somebody talk about giving it 90 seconds, right, Sean? Giving it 90 seconds of hell and then just letting it go. Let it go.
It's one of those. It's
Anyway,
one of those.
I think he's frozen. But
Can you hear me?
So basically, what we talked about there is like you give something 90 seconds of just being so mad and so frustrated at it, and then you just move on and forget about it. I know that there's a lot of headaches that we tend to have and a lot of things that happen, and we're just like, you know what, we just gotta. I can hear you.
You're kind of breaking up on me. I don't know if it's me or you.
You there, Sean?
Yeah. I can see everybody else moving around. I don't know if it's.
Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We have a lag somewhere. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I can see other people moving in real time. You're froze.
Can hear, but screen is frozen. It might be me.
It's that. Yeah, it's showing your Wi-Fi as red.
I can see people moving around, but
Yeah, everybody's saying you're breaking up and
okay.
freezing. That they can hear me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
You're breaking up and very slow. Everybody's saying.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you can hear me now, okay, but can you hear me now?
Slow motion and very breaking up. It's coming on your end, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe you can.
What about now? Can y'all
Talk
hear me
again.
now?
Yeah, you're kind of sounding like a robot a little bit.
Okay, I switched you to host.
Nothing can be easy, can it?
Can you guys hear me without the video better?
I can hear you. Yeah, you
Okay.
sound good.
Okay, so I'm gonna take off the video and I'm just going to, I made you a host, Sean. So I'm gonna sign out and sign back in. While I'm gone, can you please talk about your DMO personally?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So guys, like I said before, like for me, I know a lot of you guys have time constraints. Like you ask everybody, if you ask somebody, what's your biggest issue with True Vision? It's finding time. And while finding time is a big thing, having a DMO in place, it sounds foolishness, but it is a must. Okay. And like for me, I had to have two different DMOs. I had to have a DMO when I was working full time. And then when I went full time with True Vision, then I had to have come up with a different DMO. It's a DMO is a daily method of operation. Basically, it's like, what are you going to do every day? Now, I will say this, negativity is probably the killer of all dreams. Okay, it is one of the worst things. So my DMO every day, like before I answer a message, before I open Facebook, I'm finding something positive to listen to, whether it's music, personal development, YouTube videos, something for 20, 30 minutes, because you already know the day is going to be full of that mess. So go ahead and fill yourself up with something positive so that when something bad comes along, it kind of puts you on an even kill. So my DMO, I'll give you what I do now, okay? And then I'll go to like what my full-time job was when I did that. But like a lot of you guys, if you're full-time moms at home, I know you run into the issue of, time constraint. Like you feel like you're not getting anything done. And a very close friend of mine helped me out because I run into the same issue. And what it was is now that I was full-time with True Vision, I had every day, all day to work it, yet I found myself not doing anything and slipping. And I couldn't figure out how to balance living a life and working a business, managing a team, helping a team, and then still getting my own customers. Now, for me, I did something with what I call block segment. And with this block segment, it has been absolutely amazing. Okay. Um, it's clarified things and it gives me time to work. Like for instance, my block segment starts first thing in the morning when I wake up. I have a 3-hour block. Besides taking my son to school, that 15, 20 minutes, that ride there. But besides that, when I wake up, it's personal development, and that's 30 to 45 minutes. Then as soon as I get done with that, I open up my messages. The first thing I look for is my team chats and things like that. Then I go through my regular chats and I go and make sure the overnight are messaged back. And then I go to the group and then I go through my cold market group. And then I check for posts there for tags that haven't happened, things like that. And then I send out follow-up. Now I try to do a follow-up every single morning, because if you do it first thing in the morning, that gives that person all day to respond back to you. You do it super late at night, they might go to bed and then it gets shuffled into the message, abyss, and they never answer you. So I give them that ability to have all day to see that message and then get back to me sometime that day. And then usually that night, if they don't answer, I'll hit them up again. I break it up, and then around 9 o'clock, 9:30, I do my life stuff, whatever I need to get done from 9 to 12:30. And then at 12:30, I get back to it. I've built my business, I would say 95% cold market. Okay. I know a lot of people do hot market, and that's great. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Um, but I live in a small town that has 1,500 people, and there's about 10 associates here. So True Vision has been milked out in my town. So what I found was my first couple months talking to people, they've already heard about it. How can I find more people? Well, I started utilizing Facebook groups, and I built my organization, my team, all through cold market. Now they're all hot market and they're all friends. I have one person on my team that is my best friend from this town. And besides her, everybody else was cold market. So at 12:30, I would throw some posts out. You know, one of the biggest things I can tell you guys, a killer of your business is Facebook. Facebook is a savior and a killer. If you catch yourself scrolling Facebook, you're wasting time. You're wasting things. Now, here's a way that you can get around it that I've learned. You know, it's an old tale that my dad used to tell me. A fisherman can't catch no fish if the hook's not in the water. So, like, if you're cold marketing and you're doing these groups, get those posts out before you do anything, before you scroll your feed, before you comment on, I know they say you got to comment and like on everybody's stuff to build interaction. Before you do any of that, just go ahead and throw those posts out. Go ahead and get those into the groups. Then you can scroll and talk. And what's happening is those posts that you have out there, they're soaking. People are seeing them. People are commenting on them. Then you'll have no choice but to answer as they start messaging you. So when you do that, it frees you up and it allows you to be able to scroll Facebook and comment, and you're still working because you have something productive. But how many of you guys have actually sat around and caught yourself like an hour, you get sucked into the video abyss. You watch one video, then you hit another video. Next thing you know, you're 6 videos deep and 45 minutes of your time is gone. And something happens, you're like, well, shit, I didn't get no work done. You know, and that's what happens. But if you go ahead before you do anything, you throw those posts out, then you're going to be working because you're going to start getting notifications from people that are commenting for info. And then you get back to work and you get out of that Facebook death. You know, I'm guilty of it at times, but it's one of those things that you can definitely do that. Are you boosted and paying for ads? I did a couple times. To be honest with you, with my Facebook, I get a lot of friends based on me being positive. I do post my business once in a great while on my Facebook. But to be honest with you, I would probably say 90%, if you guys look on my Facebook, you won't see much about my business at all. I'll probably get 10 to 15 new requests a day from people just off my personal because people share my stuff. And it's being positive. You know, like everybody in this business, you know, you have a choice. You want people to join you, right? So I'm going to be very honest with you. Nobody in this world that I know of wants to be successful joining a shit show. They really, really don't. So when you put all that negativity and all that debate stuff on your Facebook and you're hoping to grow a business from your personal page, who is going to join that? You know, like I was not saying that I don't post what I want to post and post how I do it, but I stay positive because I am a positive person now. There was so much bad that happened to me in my life. Now I make it a choice every day. Happiness, I don't know a damn single person that wakes up in the morning and opens their eyes and just goes, you know what, I'm just super happy. The world is great. You know, like no, it's a choice to be happy every day. Find something that makes you happy. Listen to something that makes you happy. Read something that makes you happy. Something that lifts your spirits up. Do that every day. I'm telling you, you'll start seeing a difference in your business just by you being happy. But you don't want to post all that mess on your Facebook. Okay. I mean, you post all that, that negative garbage and you start getting friends, you know, because, well, let me back up. If your profile's not public, I would make it public. Okay. Because that is something, when somebody shares something, it goes forever. And then most people, they'll just, well, who shared that? Who's that guy? They'll click on the profile. They'll look, oh, super positive. Oh, I like that quote. Oh, I like that picture. Then they'll hit follow. Then they watch and I interact. Every person that comments on my post, I react back. And no matter what it is, I say something back to them. You start building a relationship that way. Because then one day I'll post something, you know, I try to post my business, something about it, maybe once or twice a week. I never say what the product is, never say the name of it, never say the name of the pills. If it's a picture, I try to hide the true vision. I want them to come to me. But if I've already talked to them on our groups and we've already did all these things, then when they see this, they feel like they have a relationship with me and they'll message me like, hey, Sean, what's that you posted? Who's that girl that lost all that weight? In regards to the question, Frank, for sale groups, you know, I have groups anywhere from Russia to the United Kingdom and all over the U.S. Every state I have groups in, and there's different ways that you can find them. And there's different posts that you can do. You know, a lot of people, cold market, Facebook's changing. I know Kaylee did this and said this about in a Power Hour a few weeks ago, but Facebook's changing and you have to change tactics. You can't just always throw an ad out there. And you got to remember when you're posting in cold market groups, I found where I get 70 to 100 likes and 100, 200 comments, it's not on a post that's this long where it takes them forever to read. It's 2 or 3 sentences and a good before and after. Now, I use my before and after, which, as the first comment when I get done. I post that and then I comment that. But anyway, something else I wanted to share about you guys. I don't know if, hold on. I don't know if you guys, in the interest groups, no, really, I don't. I am in interest groups like football groups, weight groups, and I go into these groups and just comment and talk. I don't even actually do anything about my weight loss in those interest groups. I'll find something and I'll start talking to people. I'll find a post that has something and I'll ask a question. They'll answer it. I'll ask another question. And then it just starts building relationships. People start seeing you asking questions on all these posts. They ask who you are. They click on your profile. I mean, people are nosy. That is the biggest. That's how most of my business has grown, is people are just nosy as hell. It's like when you do a curiosity post on your personal page, don't post about, hey, I've lost all this weight, these are my supplements. That's great. Post something, that's really easy. Like, let's say you lost 50 pounds, right? Post something on your Facebook like, hey, does anybody have any great ideas on where you can get some jeans? I went from a 22 to a 14. I've lost like 45 pounds and it's been forever since I had to buy jeans. And I went to, whatever, I went to Target and they didn't have any. Now, most people, they don't give a damn about your jeans. The only thing that they hear is, whoa, you lost 50 pounds? You lost 10 sizes? What? And then how did you lose the weight? They won't even answer the question that you asked about the jeans. No, they're going to talk about the weight loss. And that gets me into one of the biggest things that's helping me right now actually recruit new prospects and new business builders. And it's something that is a little bit different. I don't know if you guys actually use it or not, but it's called indirect marketing. For me, like for instance, we have a business, okay? And while in this business, you want to sell products and get a customer base, that's great. But if you got that dream to be into that 5% category where you build a life that's free, you have to build a team. That there's no other way around that. You have to actually build a team to get to that 10, 15, 20, $30,000 a month. You can't get there by yourself. So if you're not talking to your customers about the business and at least intriguing them, then you're doing them an injustice and you're doing yourself an injustice. What's the worst that can happen? They're going to tell you no. Big deal. Now, here's the way that I always do it with them. I had a girl and I messaged her. It was really simple. It was like, hey, Jennifer, like, I know you're not interested in making $200 to $300 extra dollars a month or losing any weight, but do you happen to know a couple friends that might be interested in this? And the first thing she sent me was, wait, I didn't ever say I didn't want to make a couple extra $100 a month. And now look, she's with me. Okay. And the thing is, you have to, while it's great and while we know the story, we know, how much Elisa makes, how much Ryan makes, how much Angel makes, all this money. If you tell somebody, hey, join my company, you can potentially make this much, right then and there, no. It's a scam. There's no way somebody can make that much money a month. Now, we know you can, but they don't. But something super simple is, hey, you got bills coming, you got Christmas coming, you got birthdays rolling around the first of the year. Would an extra $200 to $500 help you a month? I promise you'll get more reaction back from that than you will if you just said, hey, join my business and you could potentially make up to $200,000 a month. Nothing's that true. Now, we know that because we're in it. But anyway, with indirect marketing, it's super, super easy and it's super fast. And you know what? It doesn't make you sound like you're prospecting somebody because you're asking them, hey, do you have a friend? Like taprooting. Taprooting is absolutely. That's right, Miss Kaylee. It is. And when you do the indirect marketing, when you talk to them, they don't feel like you're attacking them with a question, and they're actually poking and prodding into you because they're like, "Oh, you left me out." Nobody wants to be left out of anything. So when you mention that to somebody and you tell them, "Hey, I know you're probably not interested in making a few extra $100 or getting your product for free, but do you happen to know a couple extra or a couple friends that you might can introduce me to that it might help them?" Now they're either going to tell you yes, they're going to tell you nope, or they're going to say, "Hey, hold on a second. I didn't say I didn't want to make a couple extra $100." And then it's super simple, like back to the basics. They don't have to, I'm going to be very honest with you. You don't have to know nothing about this business to make money with it to begin with. You have a story. Most of you guys are already on the product. And if you're not, you know somebody that's on the product. So you don't need to turn around. Excuse me. So you don't need to actually turn around and just throw everything at this new associate. It's you're gonna just boggle their mind up and they're gone, and they'll never do nothing. You throw them into 20 groups, you tell them to watch all these videos, go sign all these associate roles, go to your back office, do the back office training, and then call me. And they're just like, holy hell. But you know what? Simplest way I found out, and I kind of changed a little bit of my tactics in training, and it's great. I'll tell them straight. You don't have to know nothing. You don't have to know the ingredients. You don't have to know all the links. Here's a package. Here's a package. Start with the experience, and then you start with the month supply, and depending on what they are. Hey, it's no problem, Frank. Everybody's got to learn, Frank. And the thing is, I'll tell you this: there's some amazing ladies in here. I do know, and ask questions. The dumbest question ever asked is, well, there's two of them. It's either the question that's not asked or the question you ask 5,000 times of the same question. I learned that. But when you get out with new associates, you wonder, why can't I build a team? Well, you're talking to these people, you're making it so complicated. It's as simple as sharing your story, sharing how you feel, and telling your friends, and ask. Hey, I just joined this. There's 10,000 people that got 1,000,000 pounds, gone, but I don't know any of them. You buy the sample from me for $29, and then just, hey, if you like it, great. If you don't, great. Just tell me the honest truth so I can kind of progress my business. 8 out of those 10 people are going to reorder, as long as you do follow up with them, as long as you actually help them along and tell them, like, people they're gonna feel something with the 7-day. Most people. Me personally, I push 30 days. I'm big into the health and wellness now, so I want you to give yourself 30 days. A lot of people, I tell you, I want you to commit to 90. Commit to 90 days of yourself. And it's not convincing them that this product will do that. It's convincing them that they're worth the effort. You can sell the product all day long, and that's great. But when you start solving these customers' needs, I'm telling you, they'll start coming out the woodwork, because then they find value in what you have. I have people that come out like, I'll look for it. If somebody posts something on Facebook talking about how they worked 12 hours today and super tired, hey, I got something for that. I can help you a little bit. And if somebody tells me, like, oh my God, I ate lunch at 12, I ate lunch at 2, I'm still starving. Hey, I got something for that. And you solve that need. Hey, you're like, I know you said you're snacking all day long, but I got something that can help you so where you don't eat all day. I didn't even mention weight loss, but they're like, oh my God. So you solve their needs. Everybody has a need. You just got to dig it out. You don't want to jump into somebody's inbox and go, hey, corporate just come out with this new program. It's amazing. It's $100 right now. It's a great deal. It used to be $119. Just you can get it now without a smart ship. Here's the link. I promise you, you'll probably fall on your ass a lot. I did. And you can't do that. Like, I never send, like, I'll ask them 2 or 3 times at the end of our conversation, are you ready? And when I send that link, I know they're going to order because they're ready at that time. I don't just send it to them and hope they order later on. I talk to them, and they're like, okay, well, how much is this? And by the time we get to the price, they've already bought it from me. They bought who I am. They believe in the beliefs that I have, how these products can help them. And then we talk about the price, like, okay, that sounds good. And I'm like, They're like, how do I purchase it? So, when you're ready, send me, I can send you a link that's customizable, really easy, takes 5 minutes to fill out, and you're done. And they're like, okay, I'm ready. Awesome. I'll send that link to you right now. Blue, and they order. Or send that link to them and then it's gone. And you're pissing in the wind with these people. And you're doing them an injustice with it. I mean, it's not a just how many links can I send out every day. It's how many people can I get to order. And the thing is, I've learned the hard way, and it's took time to understand, and maybe you guys can get the quick fix to it. Stop throwing everything at these customers. I mean, it's very simple. Find out a little bit about them in a communication. Find out if they're using the bathroom right. Find out if they're starving all the time. Find out if they eat like a horse every day. Find out if they got low energy. Look, I don't know anybody in this world that does not love to talk about themselves. Everybody loves to talk about themselves. It's a fact. You ask somebody about their life, they won't ever shut up. Well, here's the thing. Your customers are just like that. Ask them questions about them. And I promise you, they'll open up. And the thing is, when they open up, they start trusting you more. And when they start trusting you more, they buy. I mean, they buy from people that they trust. So you have to kind of walk the fine line between being a salesman, and because you're selling a product, but you also have to do it as a human. But it's one of those things, guys. What's going to kill your business? Like Brittany, I don't know where in the hell she went, but appreciate it, Brittany. You did awesome, girl. One of the oh, there she is. I can't even see her. But one of the biggest things, like she was talking about earlier, is drama, and that's like where Brittany is a savior in my life. I've learned. They always say, I'm trying to think of another word besides bitch, but it's the only one that really comes in. It's the only one that's really tactful. To not bitch up, or not to bitch down. But you know what? I found out this, and it's the best thing that saved my business. Don't bitch up, don't bitch down. Bitch sideways. Okay? Go sideways to a friend. Like, that's where Brittany saves my life. Everybody's got to vent. Everybody's got to get it off their chest a little bit. Now, we make sure when we talk, we get it out, and then it's okay. How do we move forward? You have to be able to kill the drama and forget about who gives a damn what they're doing over there in Utah or California or Florida. If it doesn't pertain to your business, if it's not directly affecting your paycheck, it don't make two shits to what they're doing or what they say about you. Like, people's opinions, I've learned this. It's the biggest thing I believe in my life. People's opinions of you are not shit. It does not matter. Okay, I'll be very blunt with you. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I don't care if they say I used to be a junkie, a druggie. I don't care if they say I'm fake. I don't care, because I know who I am and I know what I'm after. A lot of you guys, I don't know if you know about the Thompson rule. I'm sure some of you do. The 80-25, okay, or the 80-15-5. Sorry. The thing is, with the 5%, everybody wants to be in that 5% category. But the truth of it is, nobody wants to do the work to get into that 5% category. Nobody wants to do that. They want to be there. They want to live that life of freedom. They want to have that big check. But nobody's willing to get their ass out of bed every single day and do what needs to be done, even when they don't want to. That's courageous. To do the shit that you know you need to do to get it done, that's powerful. Because I can promise you, it comes down to a thing of priorities, okay? If I told you right now that you had to sell 2,500 PV kits or your kids would die, I promise you, your ass would shake the trees, you would pick the rugs up, you would walk barefoot on glass, you would do whatever it took to sell those 25 kits, and I promise you wouldn't get short. You take that same passion and convert it over to, hey, look, this is my life and I got to build it. I got to work it. You're going to be successful. The problem is you put it off. You let life happen. Stop letting life happen to you and start happening to life with this business. It's very damn easy. Like everybody makes this business so hard. Yeah, there's slow times. Yeah, there's people that tell you no. Oh, damn well, move on. There's like, I don't know what 6.8 billion people on the planet. I mean, what the hell is 10 no's going to do to you? Like, tell me no. By all means, that means I'm finding enough people. You know, they say for every 10 no's, you get one, right? So do you. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Oh, well, oh my God, she ranked a 4-star? She was just a 2-star 3 months ago. Who gives a shit? Clap for her. She did great. Awesome job, girl. Phenomenal. You're killing it. And kill your business. Stop worrying about what they're doing over there. Stop worrying about who's liking who or who's going on trips with who or who's doing that. Do you. How about that? I'm telling you, these are things that change. I stop worried with all that mess. Like it does nothing but take time away from what you need to be doing. But you got to make the decision to do it. I mean, you got to make the decision to work and come up with a DMO. Come up with a way that you know you won't fail yourself. If you're a Facebook scroller, make sure you post before you scroll. Super easy. That kills that problem, because I promise you, when your notifications start popping off, you're going to stop scrolling to answer these notifications, which are people commenting. That's how you find ways to stay busy. Solve your needs, your problems. Okay, like how am I lacking in my business? What am I doing wrong? Are you talking to people every day? You know, don't get so involved that all you do is talk to past customers and try to bring them back. That ship's done sailed. Yeah, you'll get some of them back. Chances are they've been on the product, got off, something happened. Not saying that some won't come back, but if you're not finding new people every day, if you're not talking to new people every day, your business is not going to grow. I promise you, if you look at your PV and you look at your numbers and you look at what you're doing, you'll be able to tell exactly what you need to improve on. If you're growing, that means you're talking to people. Talk to more damn people. If your PV's down, your numbers are down, you're not talking to enough people. But Brittany, where are you at?
I'm right here.
Okay, I have 2 kids screaming. Can you take over for just a second? I don't know, like screaming. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to kind of point out one of the things that he was talking about when he was talking about indirect marketing or indirect prospecting, because I typed something in the chat that is super beneficial for that. Like it kind of goes over that. I'm going to stop the video so that maybe it gets better with me talking. Basically, it gives you a little just in the chat where you can go in, and I wrote indirect prospecting is asking open-ended questions, listening for keywords to tie back to your business, asking for contact information, and following up. Now, I want to touch on something, and I want you guys to think about it. When you think about your level ones in this business, the level ones that you have personally signed are your friends. And how many are working the business? Are those your friends? Because if they are, and that's how you started it, it's because they came to you and they started this business on a level of trust. So indirect prospecting is entirely huge because you're getting to know people before you sign them. You're getting to know them, and you're getting to know everything about them to where they trust you to start a business with you. A lot of questions that I get are, how do I turn them into business partners? Well, when Sean just brought it up that you don't scare them away by saying you need to be added to 100 groups. You need to do this back office training. You need to do your own training with me. You need to, like, when you do that, nobody wants to be a part of your business. And I'm going to tell you the way that I've gotten the most business builders is bringing them close to me. If I can't have them at my house, I'll bring them over the phone on video, and I'll just go over my passion for the business and letting them know how I feel about them about the business, about, what it's done for me. And that ends up being the best situation possible for getting actual business builders, because you're showing them things. If you are in a cold market prospecting group, can you give me some sort of something in the comments, maybe an exclamation point? I want to know how many of you have a prospecting group that you are a part of. Give me an exclamation point. Okay. As those are coming, I want to know how many of you actually do that, because some people get tied up in the rules and regulations of the prospecting page. They in the training page, they get so worried about, okay, now that you're my associate and now that you want to build this business, now I need you to be a part of this group. Okay, so I'll be a part of this group. Okay, now I need you to go through unnameable and unfathomable trainings in order to be a part of this group. You guys want to know what I say to my very first people when they are starting this business? I say, rule number one, solely that I want you to focus on, is you cannot sell to anyone that you have not personally added to the group. So I tell them right off the bat, that is the major number one rule that I ask of you, is that you just do not sell to anyone that you did not personally add to the group. And if you can remember that one rule, you're golden. Okay. In the meantime, I want you to take the product that you've been given, and I want you to become a product of the product. I want you to, start feeling, different ways that it works for you. I want you to, just dive into your back office, look around a little bit, try the back office training if you get a chance to. But in the meantime, while you're doing that, I want to set up a date where you can come over to my house, or we can go over things on, video chat if they're far away, and we can just, have some wine and talk. And I'll set up a time for them to maybe come have some, wine, crackers, whatever I have, and come to my house and just get to know the training one-on-one with me. Because I don't want to scare people into not doing this business by, here's a million groups, here's a million rules, here's a million, things that you have to do. Because I'll tell you, when I personally started this business, I took 2 trials and I wasn't pushed or anything. And I had to learn how to do this without a book, without a training, without prospecting pages, without anything, without training pages. I had nothing. And it can be done, because the ones that are willing to learn are the ones that you want on your team. If somebody's not willing to learn and willing to be coachable, then, maybe they're not meant for this. Maybe they're not meant to have a business. But you know what they are meant for is to be our customers, for us to love on them and move on. But there's always someone that will sit down with you. And that's what people love to do, is just sit down with you for you to go over things. Okay. So make sure that that's something that you guys are doing. Don't think that there is a secret sauce to network marketing and getting people to join your business. I think the biggest thing that I can tell you guys is make them your friend and get close to them. Talk to them about, their lives. And like Sean said earlier, is people love to tell you about themselves. Make sure that you're asking enough questions to where you're keeping quiet and you become the listener, because that's where you're going to keep your customers. And those of you that say you don't have time to be on Messenger constantly, and typing all the time to get to know these people, get to know them on voice messages. I mean, I can't tell you how often I'm talking to my customers in voice messages, or getting them on the phone saying, hey, how was your day? Just taking, a few minutes out of your day to talk to them. How did it go on your trial that you got from me? I'm just curious because I know how excited you were, and I'm just so excited to see your results. And just talk to them about stuff like that. Eventually, if you talk enough and you're nice enough and you listen enough, then you'll be enough for them to join you and go side by side in this business, because they will trust you and they will be your friend off the bat. And that's what's important, is to make these people your friend. So that's something that, Sean was asking me, hey, have you ever heard of it? And I was like, I do it. Like, that's me. That's how I run my business. That's how I've always ran it. I am a hot market, talk to you, get to know ya, person. And I will say that all of my business builders in this business are people that have developed relationships with me, personal relationships with me, because that's just how I am. I have to get to know you, and all of that. So I wanted to touch on that a little bit. I kind of got by as Sean was talking about it, and I was like, let me just remember to tell them about that.
One of the things, Brittany, real quick, that I noticed, and this is just me, and it's something that a big director told me a long time ago, and it made a big difference, because I can say this: when you get people on the phone, like a real phone call, they stay with you. My close rate when I get somebody on the phone is probably 95%. Like, I very seldom have anybody tell me no, thank you. And we do it while we're on the phone. I get them on the phone, we talk, and same thing. You're like, if you're ready, I can help walk you through it. Oh yeah, let's do that. But the thing is, how did all these network marketers 30 years ago make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars? They use the phone. So there's got to be something to it, right? And like, there's another coach in another industry that's helped me out a little bit, and he made me think. He goes, look at all the technology we have now. We have Facebook, Twitter, we have LinkedIn, we have all these different ways to communicate with people, but nobody will pick up a damn phone. And that's how it goes. Like, my brother's the world's worst. I'll call him and he'll shoot me a text right back. What you need? What I need is for you to answer the damn phone, what I need. But use the phone. I mean, like, I get these, and it's hard. Like, it's very hard for a man, because when you get in there, you just can't say, hey, hey girl, hey, give me a call. Let's talk about this weight loss. I mean, that's really not going to get you anywhere. But when you start building a relationship a little bit, you're like, hey, it's so much easier. Can we do like a 10-minute phone call? And while you're just talking about the product, I usually close on that first or second phone call. Like, I know they say it takes 7 to 10 touches. You can cut half of that off by doing a real phone call. And it's not jump into the business. Something that I do, as before I do the phone call, if the phone call's at 8 o'clock, 5 minutes to 8, I'm going to hop on their Facebook and I'm going to scroll. And I'm going to look for stuff. I'm going to look for things that they're interested in, anything that we have similarities on, so that when we're on the phone, the conversation never dies. It never stalls. If it gets kind of quiet, I'm like, it's super cold, I hate snow. I just saw a post where she said she hates snow. So of course she's going to tell me, oh my God, snow's horrible. I got frostbite, lost my toe, blah, 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 blah. Now she's built that relationship with me and just went from a cold market friend to a warm market, and she's fixing to be hot just by using a phone. And that's just becoming personal with people. And I've noticed, like, I try to get everybody on the phone. A business builder, I never discuss over Messenger. I always get them on the phone. And that, like, and it's just me, and I'm not saying that some of you guys can't do it, and not saying some of you guys don't have great success with it. For me personally, if they want to make a couple extra $100 a month, they're going to give me 10 minutes on the phone. Like, that's just how it's going to go. Like, I'm going to tell them, like, you want to find out how to make a couple under, and I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them real simple, real easy. I'm not going to throw anything at them. I'm going to put them into one chat and one group until they make that $200 now. And guess what? They made it. And as soon as they make that $200 like they wanted to, they go, shit, that was easy. How do I make 200 more? And then all of a sudden it's like, damn, I made $500. How do I make the real money now? And they just went from somebody that was skeptical, only want to make a couple extra $100, to now hey, I want to learn cold. And I never pushed them. I never prodded them. I never whipped them. I never told them, hey, you can make so much money. You're awesome. No. I just simply, like I told them at the beginning of the conversation, I can help you make a couple extra $100. And I help them do it. And then as soon as they do it, they see that they can be successful, and they start thinking, damn, what happens if I really work a little bit? Next thing I know I got a girl that's fixing a double rank this month. I mean, and all she wanted was $200. That's all she wanted. When we talked, she's like, I got Christmas coming. I need to make a couple extra $100. That's it, on top of my product. So I don't have to pay for my product. Now look at her. She made $880 last month, and she only wanted to make $2. Now she's all like, hey, teach me cold market, teach me hot market, teach me all this. And here's something else. I know I should have. This training that you guys supposedly all got to have, all this training, all these great things. I wish my upline gave me more training. Wish my upline helped me here. Hey, look, it's basics. It's simple basics. Get back to the basics. Like, I coach football, high school ball, for a long time, and I'll go ahead and tell you this. I can sit a player down and I can show him film. I can open up the book and I can show him how to block. I can show him everything on the drawing board of what he needs to do. Until he takes his ass to that field and practices day in and day out and does the work, he's not going to be successful. You can learn everything you want from Rob Sperry, everything from Todd Falcone, Ray Higgin, Austin, do all these great buffs out there. You can learn all this stuff by listening to their podcasts and writing this shit down. But until you actually put it to play, you're not going to become better. You're not going to succeed. Stop waiting on tomorrow. I'm like, procrastination is what's killing your business right now. I'll get back on track next week. I'll get back on my weight loss next week. How about I'm going to get back on it tonight? I'm going to do what I need to do tonight. I'm going to make my DMO. I'm going to get my dream board made. Dream boards are very real. There's a verse in the Bible I live by now. Ask not, want not. You got to ask life for what you want. And then you got to take your ass after it every single day. Don't just wait on life to happen. You got a business, you want it to flourish? Hey, get your ass to work. Get to doing it. Make it fun again. Like, reach out to sidelines, laugh, giggle, love. That's what makes all this possible. But if you sit there every single day and feel sorry for yourself, but you ain't did nothing, don't get pissed off when your check's $20. I mean, I've got upset and go, damn, my Monday check was horrible. And then I look back and I go, well, shit, Sean, you didn't do nothing. No wonder it's horrible. Ding, ding, ding. I worked my tail off. Hell, I got a $450 Monday check. What's the difference between that week before and this week? My ass worked. My phone call, like, I love to talk, and I love to talk. Like, my team hates it when I do calls. They go, I want to be there because I know he talks. I know he's got good stuff, but shit, he don't shut up. That's why I get people on the phone, because they get excited. And when people aren't excited, they build a business. James 4:2-3 is that quote number. I just got reminded for that. Anyway, ask not, want not. I'm telling you guys, if you don't ask life for what you want, you're not going to get it. And I'm not talking about asking for little shit. There's a book. Oh my God, I just ordered it. I actually watched it's like Think Big, Grow Big or something like that. I can't remember. I just ordered it. But anyway, I read like the first 2 chapters and it hooked me because it said, stop asking God for little things. Stop. Your rent's going to get paid. Okay, your power bill is gonna get paid. Your grocery bill is gonna get paid. You want something big in life? Ask life, or God, I want a different life, and then you pray for it. But here's the thing: with prayers won't do shit unless you back them with action. God's not gonna help somebody that's not gonna help themselves. Like, you got a chance right here with this business to slay it. All you got to do is put forth the effort. That's what stops you from making money. It's not that you don't know how to do it. It's not that you don't know the lingo. It's the fact that you're not out there turning leads. You're not calling people. You're not talking to people. Anyway, I'm done, Brittany. Otherwise, we'll run over. I think we already did.
No, that's okay. I want to give everybody a chance. if you have any questions that I know that I told Sean, I said to me, between my mouth and your mouth, will definitely last an hour because we're both so passionate about this business. But if you guys have anything that you would like to ask, please go ahead and ask any questions. Feel free to unmute yourself or ask in the chat. I'm going to give it about maybe you want to type or unmute yourself. And then if not, I will cut this off and give you guys a goodbye. But for now, just if there's anything, you're welcome, Melissa. Let me go through and see if there's anything. Okay, perfect. Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm so glad you guys were on tonight.
So I told while we're waiting, I told Brittany before the call, I put a little sticker. Like I'm really working on my swim, and I told her like I tried not to, but when I get involved in something, like that's just who I am. But I got a little sticker right here that says, "Whatever you do, don't drop the F-bomb." It's right here by my phone. I thought, like, and I'm proud I didn't say it one time.
Yeah, he was like, my brother came in and saw this and was like, what is this about?
Which I'm getting better at it. I really am. I just try not to get overexerted. It's just business is super easy. People make it overcomplicated because they can't get out of their head. Some people need to get out of their head a lot more than others and just get to work and forget the bull mess. I mean, it's just that person and their self. That's their only enemy.
Absolutely. All right. All right, you guys. I guess since we are done, I'll go ahead and say goodnight. So I hope you guys have a really great rest of your week and to the weekend. And thank you for joining us. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.